Indie film review. I'm still trying to figure out an intro. I don't really know if that worked. Was it a bit jarring? Maybe it was a bit jarring. Maybe with the snappy and then the clappy, it was a bit... Anyway, indie film review. Luz Cabrales, and I hope I'm saying that correctly, Shadows of the Past is this anthology horror, and straight from the very first frame it sets this very distinct tone. Feel like you're in some 90s gothic horror movie. I don't know if it was intentional that it seemed quite retro, but it does. In fact, the film is almost aggressive with its bold atmosphere. It has this nostalgic charm, like you're watching something for the first time in years that used to freak you out as a kid. About the first half is 3 different stories, each of them revolving around a moral misstep, so defiance, dishonesty, and envy. Each of the stories is about the consequences of those actions. But don't expect neat conclusions to these stories. They are more about the atmosphere and the mood than the narrative itself. They unfold in quite a dreamlike, nightmarish sort of way, but sometimes the narrative structure becomes so abstract that it's sometimes at the expense of a coherent narrative. Do you know what these stories feel like? They feel like the things that parents tell their children to stop them from misbehaving. You know, if you do this, if you're jealous about something, then this is gonna happen. It doesn't always make a whole lot of sense. Maybe the logic isn't really there, but it seems scary, and it's enough to make the children listen to their parents. The horror is built on that uncertainty, built on those unanswered questions, on the unexplained. Shadows of the Past really thrives on its tone and its ambition, and if it was her goal to position herself as a horror filmmaker that can really make something uneasy, atmospheric, and full of dread, then I'd call this a raging success. Shadows of the Past is not perfect, but it certainly has its strengths, and Liz Cabrales, I think, is a filmmaker to watch for in the horror space. I'm struggling to think of an outro here, so see you later.